I had broken my foot, so I bought an Xbox 360 to amuse myself.
There you go.
And discovered the joy of Gears and Crackdown and stuff like that. But like my gaming childhood is sort of sporadic and all over the show. I have like the vaguest memory of my dad showing me that you could put a cassette in a computer and 75 years later it would load a game. But I don't ever remember repeating that experience because you put the cassette in the computer and 75 years later you loaded a game.
Yep.
So, like those sort of vague memories. But my Game Boy was my baby. I had that, and I had the Rumble Pack and the big magnifying glass with lights built into it for the screen. You could beat a man to death when that was fully assembled. It was a monster.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember really wanting a Game Boy, like, for my whole childhood, and then for some reason, I never got one. Like, I remember all my friends had one, and I don't know what it was. I remember I got... I don't remember what I had asked for. I don't remember if it was a Game Boy, or what it was. What year would it have been? Okay, so it would have been... Wait, did they come out that long ago? Oh my god. Oh wow. I feel so old. Yeah. So okay. This is my memories are now so old. I need to verify my memories now by googling things, and make sure I'm not misremembering. Yeah, I remember I really wanted a Game Boy, and for some reason again my parents wouldn't give me one, but my dad got me an Atari Lynx. You ever heard of that?
I've heard of a Lynx.
Yeah, so like, it was like I don't know. It's like he had this thing where he like had to like be different. Like he couldn't just get whatever. Like he could have gotten it for. I think he could have gotten it for me if he was like the first dad in town who got his kid a Game Boy. But now that everyone else already got one, it's like, well, I got to beat them and get this random thing that no one has.
Is your dad a hipster? Is he a hipster?
He is so much not a hipster, but he is.
Is he a technology hipster? Is this what we're getting? I feel like there's a touch
it needs
of
its own
here.
podcast series to talk about my father.
Would he have gone for a Zune because everyone else had an iPod?
Yes, if he was
if he wanted one, that would have been his choice.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit too late, but yeah.
See, whereas my father is more the he would be the magpie sort of version of the tech person. It doesn't matter if it's the popular thing, he just needs the new shiny thing.
Well, it was like,
probably
yeah.
At this point, he needs his thumbs broken to stop him getting the new shiny thing.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it's kind of that. Like he wanted a new thing, but I guess it was that kind of mentality, that hipster mentality, where it's only cool if it's different. But it wasn't quite the same, but it was definitely that same kind of mentality. Yeah, because like it was the same thing. It was like the Lynx, and then like because I think that's part of the reason we had a computer, is because it was so like in the 80s we had a desktop computer. Like that's really rare, because no one else had one, so it was like a whole thing. But then once people had one, I remember my friend down the street. This had to have been. I don't remember what year it was. So I can tell you what year it was based on the game. I think it was the original Doom. So which would have had to have been 90, I don't know, 91, 92, 93, somewhere in there. I'm not sure. But it was the original Doom, and we didn't have a computer that could play the original Doom because it was, it was a few years old at that point. And at that point, like 2 years, like computers entirely obsolete. Like you can't do shit. And yeah, I couldn't play that because we didn't have the computer, and it's like it was always another one of those things where it's like, well, we didn't have it because someone else had it, and so he didn't want to be following anyone.
I would have been your podcast, only on Patreon.